does adherence to human rights and human rights principles in business, in the mining, does it pay?
Yes, human rights makes business sense.
Welcome yet again to another episode of Everything Energy and Extractives podcast, brought to you by the Uganda Chamber of Energy and Minerals. My name is Humphrey Asimwe, and I'm the Chief Executive of Uganda Chamber of Energy and Minerals. And with me today on this podcast is the Commissioner from the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development. Mr. Bernard Mujuni. So nice to have you. Even as we start, just need to know more about you. Who is Mr. Mujuni?
Oh my God.
Which area, just a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Bernard Mujuni. I work as Commissioner for Equity and Rights in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development.
Equity and Rights.
And those who know the Equal Opportunities Commission, I was behind its establishment. It's my baby. Now it's an old person.
Fully fledged commission.
And that takes me deep into the affirmative action, human rights and equity and diversity and inclusion. And social safeguards and, So my area is in human rights. I'm a lawyer, but I'm a poet. Published and author.
Very good.
Yes, exactly.
Lawyer, poet, author,
social entrepreneur, so many things.
I like that. Very, very good.
So thank you so much.
So Uganda is in NDP 4.
Yes, please.
National Development Plan 4, and one of the areas is mineral value addition and development.
Exactly.
And as we are pushing, as we are encouraging investment in the sector, it's important to also take stock of where we are at.
Exactly.
And there are a couple of questions and issues around social safeguards within the mining sector. Gender-based violence within the mining sector.
Child labor and all
Child labor. Uganda is predominantly artisanal mining.
And informal.
Yes. About approximately 600,000 Ugandans are in artisanal mining. 40% of those are women. And then you also have children.
Actually, Humphrey, it's more than 600,000 because artisanal mining also goes into sand, quarries, stone mining and all that. So that's not only rare minerals, rare earth minerals. So if you go into real issues, it's a big industry.
It is big.
Including bricklaying.
Which is picking from the resource of the ground,
the environment.
Very important. So what are some of the salient issues that you find from your vantage point in this sector?
Thank you so much. I've been at the forefront of the development of National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights in this country. And as such, I'm the custodian through my permanent secretary and the ministry in terms of rolling it out. We have a grant of 5 million euros through Enable. And we are rolling out this action plan. And we've mapped out areas of focus in terms of business and human rights. And one of the areas, especially in mining and extractives, is child labor, of course. Most people use children to go deep into because the children becomes the obvious choice because there's less weight and all that. You can reach down underground and do some stuff there, but also not negotiated. The labor is not paid as per you decide who to. Actually, it's exploitative labor, slave labor, because probably you're sending in your own child. When you say, I'm going to, you're working for me and all that. And that is child labor. Of course, also we have women. Women are victims of the entire value chain process. First of all, there's sexual violence. Negotiated, rates in terms of licensing blocks for mining. They are dealt out in terms of they don't know where to sell. They can get it, but in terms of negotiating who takes it to the dealer, it's a man who goes and closes the deal. And some deals are quite shoddy.
Yes.
Shade from illegal, minor, purchasers who come and meet in hotels at night. You've seen some of these things.
Yes.
Women don't go into those risky areas. So they are dealt out from the value chain in terms of negotiation and getting value for what even they manage to get and so it's so intricate. And so, but also we have this aspect where, for example, in Lake Katwe,
yes,
you have aspects where women are mining salt
for salt
without
mining. Yes.
protective gear.
Oh, yes.
And at the end, they end up having, the gynecological issues.
Yes.
For lack of a better word. We've had, in terms of social, they are supposed to be with pads, and these are safety gears. But where they don't have, you'll have issues.
Issues, definitely.
Yeah, affecting their reproductive health. And there's no insurance. Most of these companies don't have insurance. They don't follow labor laws. They don't contribute to National Social Security Fund. They don't pay, taxes, of course, pay as you earn. And so you get discounted in terms of tax base. Yes. And definitely because of lack of regulatory and legal compliance, it exposes them to exploitation.
Yes.
The whole process gets compromised. Yeah. So that
is the situation.
Yes.
That is the situation. But let's flip it a little bit. Does adherence to human rights and human rights principles in business, in the mining, does it pay?
Yes. Human rights makes a business sense because if you don't formalize, first of all, if you comply with those, that means you are formal. That means you can access global markets.
Yes.
That means you can export. That means you can be rewarded, awarded, get professionals on board. That means you can access industrial inputs. I mean, you no longer have, hand mining and all that.
Yeah.
And that means you can attract corporate equity financing. And that means you are bankable. And that means you are recognized, you are contributing to the GDP. And that means you can even get equity shareholder people buying in shares.
Yes.
From abroad. Someone, I want to invest in Uganda in the mining industry. If I find you well structured, then that means I can buy equity and you raise capital.
Yes.
It's a huge mouthful in terms of benefits. And so for us, we encourage compliance with the legal and regulatory. It's a step-by-step process. I know, and we all know that you cannot easily measure it. You can say, okay, artisanal miners or sand miners, let's first get to the Asia, first go to NEMA, get the report.
The environmental
the whole
social
thing will collapse. But we are encouraging them to associate through circles.
Yes.
If you have a circle uniting you as artisanal miners in a particular area, then you can easily add up and graduate and formalize and deal with the bigger regulatory framework and cooperate. But also you can contribute to the Chamber of Energy and Mines. You can be recognized and you can get a negotiating table in terms of influencing policy and regulatory framework.
Definitely.
Yes.
So there is benefit in actually adhering to human rights principles for a business.
Exactly, a lot.
If we turn to probably the medium and the big and the large scale mining establishments. There may not be too many in this country, but with the current move under NDP4, that is where we're going.
Oh yeah.
There are emerging issues around community engagement.
Yes.
How getting that social license to operate.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And if we could speak about that,
Oh
what is your take on?
Oh
on
my
this?
God! Now, it's as if you are just pricking. In my culture, we have the saying that if you prick the wound that has passed, at times you can feel it as if it's an itchy, nice thing until the real pus comes out, and then you start feeling the pain. Yeah. Last week, but we were in Busoga region, and we met Renzori. Rare Earth Minerals Company, and one of the engagement things that they have done wonderfully, and again benchmarking with the ECO, the pipeline.
Yes.
Last week again, that one where with the pipeline, the ECO, and they were disseminating information and scholarships for having engaged communities, training them, giving them tangible skills, things which actually they would want to use as a company. And Renzori was doing excellent in terms of community engagement. They have around 10 programs per month radio in the whole of Busoga, engaging the communities on where they are, the levels of engagement, the mineral, the referral pathways. In terms it is a very, very well. One, you mitigate on litigation. The chances for you to go through litigation and therefore an avalanche of litigation, you avert it. Because communities litigate because they don't have right. They don't have information.
Yes.
Once they have, they create their own. And there are some divergent community leaders who will come and totally drive you the other way.
Yes.
And praise the people, and then, and create unnecessary tension. And you don't want that with your investors.
Yes.
And two, community engagement is the best grievance redress mechanism you can have.
The best grievance.
Yes, redress mechanism.
Okay.
Yes, because people would want to come for compensation, or when is mine in terms of valuation, you would know the value. And actually, some of the things that we have talked, even with CGV, CGV's chief government valuer, is that communities might have common assets.
Yes.
Which they share. And don't discount them when you are compensating. Compensate the community. Because you can define the community.
Not just the individual but also the community that is sharing.
Yes, those are called commons in environmental sustainability, pedagogy, or the language.
Yes.
The commons. The football pitch is a common.
It's used by the entire community.
Community centers and all that are commons. Don't appropriate them. There has been a tendency for companies and corporates also to appropriate, and including cultural appropriation.
Yeah, okay.
Cultural appropriation is where you find people who are, for example, they have a common area where they do their cultural performances, and for them it's what you call an amphitheater.
This is their
in English language it would be the community amphitheater, and then you say, this one does not have any value. After all, no one owns it. And you discount it and you compensate cassava, jackfruit,
and somebody's land
and that's it. The other one, you say that one, no. People dance from there in the evening when they drum from there to call for meetings, but it's not. But you've discounted people's net worth.
Very
social
important.
capital has economic value.
That's important.
And these are things you are talking about. That in order for you to avoid disgruntlement from communities, you've got to look at the value chain in terms of social capital.
Yes.
Social licensing is very important. The first prior and informed consent, people to allow you into their backyards, into their you just vulgarize their granaries. You destroy a toilet. You might think this is toilet. Grass thatched, I can put for. I can tell you one time, the Terenga project,
yes.
They compensated people and they put very nice houses and they forgot to put the ceiling. The ceiling in the house, it's very nice. And at times, African way of doing things.
Yes.
At night when the mother is talking to the father is talking to the mother.
Yes.
Children should not hear.
They should not be listening.
Our grass thatched have a permanent,
there's a
soundproofing.
Yes.
Now, at night when the father would be talking to the mother, the children started hearing things they were
they
not
shouldn't
accustomed.
be.
Yeah, exactly. It's an what is that in the morning? The story went. So the mother and the father started sleeping in the traditional hut. That have an adult conversation.
Yes.
Because now the children will be hearing.
Yes.
The roof can amplify. The kabozi can be heard across. So, and that was not very nice. But you see, that is how insensitive you can be. But then they recognize that,
there was a problem. There's a design flaw here.
Yes, design flaw. So social licensing gives you the inroads into the community.
Yes.
And acceptability. And then they give you everything that you want.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's. I think you raise some very key issues, especially around not discounting communal areas and communal assets.
Yes, exactly.
Because those are what make the community what it is.
Exactly.
I think that's very, very key.
And I just wanted to add something. And you see, when the GBV or people with disabilities do not have paid up assistance in the communities, they are pushed around and for accessing the community volunteers. But when you cut off the road or mining and change the access issues, this person will not have access to those volunteer services. We want to go to church voluntarily because then the mining road or the ridge goes through.
Yes.
So these are things which you should be able to easily get as you do engagement.
Engagement with the community.
Equally, the people with the older persons, you might resettle even. Resettling people who are older. I mean, how many of us sleep at night and you start dreaming of Kampala Road and even Angenois? No, you dream of Chana Mukaka down there, the Misamba chasing you into the banana plantation, and then you start jumping over the cow kraal and then you fall down and say, Mbade mfude. Jaja. You understand?
Yeah.
So people have identity issues. The historical part of heritage, intangible culture I'm talking about.
Yes.
Tangible and tangible. Intangible culture is the culture you could not see. Tangible culture is the one where you can touch, and the graves are there,
Yes,
the
yes.
spiritual.
The artifacts are available.
Those which are intangible are very, very valuable. They are the most, and they have value too. So
Okay.
when you resettle the older persons to a different place, they lose touch. Actually, they die quickly because they are social capital. First of all, the other older persons who were talking in the evening, meeting at the Saturday, it's no longer possible.
That's
They
true.
become isolated. And that's how even GBV increases, because women can no longer go together to the well as they used to go.
As they used to go for
psychosocial
security.
Yeah, how? Kati namkola ntia gendo namumye gendo muwe. Yeah, you know that kind of
Yeah.
My wife is my husband is even men do psychosocial support.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are real things which we talk that, once you get social license, then it becomes easier. And now we are talking about social impact bonds even.
All right.
You understand?
Okay.
Social impact bonds is where
What's
you
that?
create assets for communities. A borehole. You come and put a borehole in communities.
Right,
And the communities
right.
maintain it through their own social capital systems. They agree every month, every household will be putting 1,000 shillings
To maintain
repay
this.
just in case it breaks down.
So that brings ownership as well.
Actually, you can't touch it. The community owns it. The
That's very
same if
important.
you do a bridge. There is a bridge in Kapchora across the valley. How do you maintain it? A development partner like MasterCard Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, foundations, MTN Foundation, Airtel Foundation, they can put that bridge there.
Yeah.
Who's going to maintain it? Local
Has got to be
governments will say no. The community, it's a community asset.
Yes.
So how do you maintain it? Social impact bond brings the local government on board and the community to sustain that. Asset, including a forest and all that. Yeah.
The things you're talking about are very important because in this day and age, we're moving away from corporate social responsibility, which used to be tokenism.
Yes. Yeah.
You go into the community, give them a few cups, a few,
PPE.
But we are moving to a place where the community is not asking for handouts. The community wants a hand up.
Thank you. I agree with you.
How do we leave the communities better than we found them?
Exactly.
How do mining operations ensure that the communities are better? What would you say to a potential investor that is looking to come into Uganda to say, I want to do mining in whichever area? And especially around engaging with the community and making sure the community is better off because of your presence.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Humphrey. First of all, reach to us. The Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, and including myself.
Yes.
We are very much available to give you some technical advice on how to make community inroads. Communities own the company, they will give you everything.
Very good.
It's like in a relationship, once you develop the trust, everything flows.
Yes.
I've had people complaining about a few things. As a poet, I would have gone deep. No, it's about massaging. No, it's about being trustworthy.
Yes.
Once the community trusts you, then they will give you access to their resources. Community has social capital. All you need is to help them to discover their social capital potential.
Okay.
And then the rest will be history. You don't have to put in a lot of money. People think, you have to put back so much money. No. At times they just need leadership. Leadership about a particular issue. Exactly. We've had instances where we've talked to communities in Karamoja which have been highly, volatile because of domestic violence, because of so many things. And when you just engage them through the right channels, they say, which means my child can go to school, yes, can study, can also drive a car, yes, can also repair a machine, yes. Then they let the children attend to education rather than going for cattle, grazing.
Yes.
You understand? And that averts child labor because there is a right package of information through the right channels. We are the social doctors at the ministry. We have the community inroad mechanisms that can make the investor have very good referral pathways into these areas. And that's why we're working with the Busoga rare minerals, and it's a very, very careful engagement.
Okay. No,
even Mayuge sugar, you can't imagine. Yes, Mayuge sugar. Busoga, most of the industries, are into sugar, into, manufacturing, large-scale agricultural plantation. Therefore, child labor is high. But we've had engagement levels with their communities, and people give you even solutions.
Very good.
Yeah.
So that is good. Even as we land this plane, even as we come towards concluding, there's a global push for ESG, environment, social, and governance.
Yes.
That social aspect sometimes is not well defined, but I'm glad you're talking about these aspects. And any investor would think, wait, I need to have a conversation with the Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Development to gain those inroads.
Exactly.
Are there any frameworks that are in place that an investor would be able to say, look, I'm going to adopt this framework to help me with community engagement, but then also to help me with the people that I am employing?
Oh, yes. To
be able to manage and respect their human rights.
Thank you so much, Alfred. I can tell you that we have a whole, I don't know even know, a whole, heap of standards, including labor standards. Of course, Occupational Safety and Health Act is there and its regulations. We have laws on culture, we have laws on children, we have laws on other persons, we have all the laws on minorities, the equal opportunities and all that. So the whole thing is that, but also this measures against some of the standards like environmental and social standards by World Bank. World Bank looks at particular, like 10 or whatever, 14 standards. But for us as a ministry, it goes deeper and deeper. Because it's not just a standard, it's a whole value chain in terms of laws, regulations, policies, and guidelines. So I guess it's about engaging the right people in areas where you have a need. Investors have we are supposed to be part of the one-stop center. The Uganda Investment Authority. Exactly, but somehow it's still a negotiated thing.
But they can still reach out to you.
Reach out for us
and get that support.
Yes,
to put this in place.
Instances where our companies are not even aware of our occupational safety and health standards, and as such, it costs a lot of money for them at the end when workers and employees get accident. Or when we are inspecting and we find you don't have insurance, even best insurance, and you're industrial. Your employees are running machines, equipment, sharp machines open, and you cannot even afford to invest, in insurance, which means the insurance sector is also losing.
Yes, definitely.
And for us to compete globally, as a mineral investment and energy and all that, we must learn how to encourage formality. We must move beyond informal to formal. That brings revenue, it brings income, tax base, tax base, and the economy can be booming.
Fabulous.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Mojuni. Well, I'm enjoying this conversation thoroughly and learning a lot. There are things I didn't know. One message I am taking from here is any investor who is coming into this country, you want to be able to have inroads into the community. You want to be able to know how to handle your people, how to make sure when it comes to human rights, social issues, you are compliant, you're ready to support.
Exactly.
Very, very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this podcast, Everything Energy and Extractives podcast, with Mr. Bernard Mojuni from the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. He's a commissioner there, and he has given us very important for equity and rights. Very important. He has given us very good information. I want to give you just half a minute. Any parting shots? What would you say?
Oh, well, it's that this country is moving at a very fast rate. His Excellency the President has structured this country to move at its own faster rate than any other country in East Africa. We are positioned to be a hub, industrial and agriculture and logistics. That one is everybody's call, that we must wake up quite very quickly. We are impacting on Eastern Congo, in Southern Sudan, up to Somalia, up to Ethiopia. There are bigger projects coming up, and everyone must take chance to this.
Very good.
And for us to move to that rate, we must prepare ourselves, because the global icons are coming here. They must find our house very ready and in order.
Very good.
So I'm calling upon each and every person to look for the National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights and use it as a tool. If you're in business, anyone And I'm saying business because even you at home, at least you have an employee.
Yeah.
You have an employee.
Very important.
Yes. You have a domestic worker.
The house managers.
How do you regulate that environment where you are in business of human beings?
Yes.
Of employing another human being. So please look for it. It's available on the website, but also we are available for you if you're an investor. If you have any other concern, come to us at the ministry, and we will work together with the Chamber of Mines and Minerals in this country, and we'll make sure that you get the ultimate solution you want.
Very good. The National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights.
Yes, please.
Very important document. We need to look out for it to
Yeah.
help structure our businesses.
Yeah.
This has been Humphrey Asimwe with Mr. Bernard Mujuni. Thank you very much.
Uganda Chamber of Energy and Minerals for a sustainable future.